I mean, we already knew this was the case. I'm not necessarily surprised. I'm just sending out my prayers to Nick Boyle because that was a gruesome, gruesome injury. Prayers out to him. Hopefully, he makes a speedy recovery, and hopefully this doesn't affect him long term because that was an awful, awful injury. So I guess we already knew. The minute you saw the play, we already knew. But Ravens did announce it. I believe last night, Harbaugh announced it. Nick Boyle suffered a severe knee injury. He is done for the season. He's out. And with that, our best blocking tight end is gone like that. We're basically down to Mark Andrews. Oh, man, this is tough. This is very tough. It's tough as fans, but it's the toughest on Nick Boyle because he's got to go through this process. I don't really know how severe it was. The way you saw that injury, man, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Prayers out to that man, seriously. Prayers out to him. Hopefully he gets a speedy recovery, but that did not look good at all. So, yeah. Moving forward, Ravens are now down to Andrews, so they're going to have to go out and get a tight end. I'm hearing people talk about Luke Wilson, who we worked out. They may bring him back and just sign him. I'm hearing other people talk about Delaney Walker, possibly bringing him in and sign him because he's a free agent and just trying to fill up that roster spot. I think that's going to be the move for the Ravens this week, getting another tight end to fill up that spot because tight ends are so crucial to how we run our offense that we need a tight end that can block. Tight end is so crucial for the blocking that you need to have another tight end because it's just not going to be nearly as effective. In all honesty, we need 3 tight ends because that's when we were most effective. But since we traded away Hurts, we've been working with 2 tight ends, and we've been trying with that. It's worked somewhat well, but not completely well. Now that you're down to 1 tight end, you've got to go out and get another one. This is so unfortunate, man. This is so unfortunate. This Ravens team is just collapsing by the week. More and more and more injuries are piling up. So many people are out. Some of these guys with season-ending injuries. Some of these guys are going to be out for multiple weeks. I mean, wow. You go back to last night's game, man. You already know so many guys are out. Looking at the defense, man. Calais Campbell was out. Jimmy Smith was out. LJ Fort was out. Then you see Brandon Williams get knocked out. He was out. You had freaking... At some point, we saw early on Marcus Peters limping, but he seems fine. I don't know what that's going to do moving forward. Towards the end of the game, we saw Humphrey get nicked up a little. I don't know, just everybody on the defense is getting hurt. When you look at the offensive side, that offensive line, 3 starters down, 2 of them were Pro Bowlers. They're out. You got a center, Matt Skura, who's been pathetic. He can't even properly snap a football. And now you're going to lose your tight end. Your tight end that's so crucial to this run game, which is the strength of this offense. You need someone like Boyle. He was the best blocking tight end on the roster. And now he's gone. And you're just going to have to figure that out. Oh, boy, man, the Ravens. They're slowly collapsing this season, guys. It is not looking good for the Ravens. They are collapsing. It's just... it's looking bad for us, man. It's looking bad for us. Moving forward, I don't know what this team's going to do at this point in terms of fixing this offense, but something's definitely got to change. Something's definitely got to change. In fact, I'm probably going to start live streaming soon and we could talk about this, but like something's got to change in Baltimore, man. Something's got to change in Baltimore because with the way the team's playing, we'll be lucky to make the playoffs. And even if we make the playoffs, with the way this offense is playing and the way the defense is nicked up, who are we actually going to beat? You think this team right now is going to be able to go into Heinz Field and beat Pittsburgh? Probably not. You think this team could take on Tennessee? Probably not. You think this team could even touch the Chiefs? No. There's so much injuries everywhere. I'm just looking at this like, man, it just seems like it's just going downhill. Everybody came into the season healthy for the most part, and then injuries just started to... We started on the rise week 1, and then it's just been a slow downhill collapse. And now we're just at this point where so many people are injured. Several of them are out for the season. Others are just out for a couple weeks. And it's just like, it's our best players too, man. To lose Calais Campbell and Brandon Williams and not know whether or not they'd be able to play against the Titans, against Derrick Henry specifically, that's a problem. LJ Ford dealing with injuries, Jimmy Smith not even being in the it's just, oh my God. I really do feel for Boyle, though, because at the end of the day, no matter what I'm saying about the moves and what the Ravens got to do, that injury by Boyle was tough. So I'm sending my prayers out to Boyle. Hopefully he really does recover from that, because that was just terrible. But the Ravens, they got to make a move this week. They got to make a move this week, and they got to figure something out, man. This is the ending of Week 10. After Monday Night Football, we're heading into Week 11. Something's got to change, man. You can't keep making excuses. I'm tired of hearing, oh, after every loss to a good team, I'm tired of hearing, well, we didn't execute tonight. We're going to be better next time. We're going to execute. We didn't execute tonight. We're going to be better. We're not going to let this define us. We're not going to let this define us. I don't know, man. It seems like you guys continue to let this define you. Even with the offense. Even when we're winning, the offense continues to underperform. It's just, man, at this point, Willie Snead really is our #1 receiver. But what can you do? What can you do? But yeah, losing Nick Boyle was absolutely horrible. That he's such a key piece to our offense because he does so well in the blocking game that it makes it a lot easier for J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards to be able to make some plays in the run game. Without him, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You got to bring somebody else there, because if you choose to just make Andrew strictly a blocker, he's not going to be able to do anything in the pass game. Because now he doesn't have that assistance that can just focus on the block game while he could try and sneak behind the defense and get open in the middle of the field. So, yeah, you got to get somebody. Whether it's Delanie Walker, whether it's Luke Wilson, whoever you got to go out and get, Baltimore has to make that move this week and go out and get another tight end. It's been tough, man. It's really been tough. I don't know what to say, man. It's been tough. It's really been tough watching this team slowly collapse over the last couple of weeks. They're barely a playoff contender. They're still in the playoffs. They still have a great chance to make the playoffs. But with the way they're playing, there is literally legit fear at this point that we could actually miss the playoffs. I'll say this, man. If the Madden curse is real, it's attacking Lamar Jackson in a unique way. Last year, it attacked Mahomes by giving him that injury that he was able to recover, missed some time, but came back. This season, it's like, we're not going to attack Lamar with the Madden curse. We're going to attack all the weapons and pieces surrounding him and make his job 10 times harder and put him in a near impossible situation. This is just how the situation is right now for Lamar. I don't know what to say, man. It's horrible. But anyway, yeah, prayers out to Boykin once again. Hopefully he recovers. Ravens got to spend this week going to pick up another tight end, and then they got to figure something out, man. It's about to be week 11. You got to figure something out. At some point, you either show up and do something, or you continue to play at this mediocre level and then just get bounced in the playoffs if you're lucky to make it there. Anyway, that's all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.